Hello, everyone. It's your boys, John, Millman, and Alex. How you doing today?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
pretty good, eh?
Glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too, guys. Unfortunately, our American players couldn't make it. One of them is ending a man's career. Another one is moving a house with their parents.
I mean, as somebody who's been moving for the last 3 months, I can tell you, it's a shit job.
I agree. Ah, I broke a whiteboard over my head. Okay.
That story cracks me up still. You're like, I'm so sad. I love this whiteboard. And I'm like, how the fuck did you break it over your own
It
head?
just fucking shattered. Oh,
Oh,
I
shit.
still have some in my scalp. Jesus. Well, I don't see why we're putting this off any longer. Guys, what happened last week?
We got
Yo,
fucked up.
Yeah, you picked a fight with the bird boy that I've been trying to pick a fight with since day one. It turned into a big bird boy, and then he was like, flick, and fucked our shit up. And then he took my fucking, like, my inner spark, and now I
Sure.
must kill all of his children. All of them.
He also cursed all of humanity.
All
Yeah,
of
pretty
humanity. Everyone that will come after you. Oh no. That must be awful.
No, it's not our problem anymore.
Yeah, it
True.
won't be my problem anymore. I will
Why did he
eventually
do
know.
that?
We don't get to face the consequences of our actions.
Because we killed his babies. Or his
Yes.
baby.
You killed a baby?
Well, it was a big fuck off bird, but he called it his baby.
Was it his baby, though?
Well, if he's a big bird man and it's a big bird baby, I guess it is a big bird baby.
He was more of a big demon, man.
Well, whatever the case, he did curse you. He could have killed you. Would that have been preferable?
Yeah, that would have been preferable, because then I would have died with, my spark in my life, and I might have been able to ascend to the stormy heavens, but I don't get that option now.
It's true.
Clear skies and itchy balls. Like, what more can I get from life?
Ants. You could get
It's
ants.
true. This is how you get ants.
Well, Walla Zap Zap, Juno, you look into each other's eyes for a moment as the feathered creature vanishes into a puff of black feathers. They have cursed you. My microphone is peaking for some reason. I don't know why.
You sound fine.
Okay, cool. He's cursed you. He has made this curse inheritable. Likely beyond blood. You stand atop a mountain peak in a dead volcano's caldera. It is almost nighttime. If not fully nighttime by now. And Milkman, the fish guy, the fish pervert, or goat pervert, I'm not sure what we're calling him, and the tactically sound druid, Waddy, stand
still
quietly
unconscious, right?
looking at each other. I'm sorry?
He's still unconscious, right?
No, he rolled a nat 20 on his death save.
Yeah.
Right, he got up with 1 hit point.
He fucking got up with 1 hit point. But he's not here to defend himself. Is it finally time for you guys to murder a player character when he's not even here?
Fuck that guy. No, absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
For the first time you've ever seen Walla Zap Zap sitting there, and he's got a bunch of, he's essentially just picked up a bunch of bird nest sticks and twigs and shit, and he's like pointing at the fire, and he's like, sigh, and you see him start rubbing 2 rocks together to make a fire. He's like super depressed. He's like, how do you do this?
How do I not shoot lightning?
I put my whole life to this, and now look at me, rubbing 2 rocks together.
At least we are alive.
But are we really? I feel pretty dead inside.
Existential crisis time.
A little bit. Get angry, throw a rock through a tree. I'm like, fuck this shit. You make the fire.
Sure.
Sit there and brood. I think we're just gonna chill out for the night, right? We're not gonna travel at night.
No, absolutely not. We're just gonna
Okay.
wallow in self-pity.
Well then.
Give us an encounter, baby.
Oh, rip. Charlie just messaged me confirming he's being murdered in a CVS parking lot.
That's hard.
And
So chances are he will not be joining us this evening, which is highly unfortunate. But something...
Can you message him back and say, please make it to the news so I can see it?
Okay. I'll do it just for you.
Go full Florida man, alright? I need him to bite somebody's ear off or something. Like, go full Florida man.
Speaking of Florida, man,
Oh,
let us look at Wadi and how many spell slots he has left. Is 1 first level spell slot. What about Milkman?
I could do a prayer of healing.
He has
Oh, wait,
one
no, I
first
can't.
level spell slot. Alright, you guys are just gonna suck today. The night will pass. You guys have food and can survive. We're not gonna worry about food. Would you like the benefits of a short rest as dawn eventually comes?
absolutely.
Why don't you guys
I'm
take
good.
a short rest? Okay. As I roll Wadi's health, because I probably should. He's at 1. Oh, wow.
That helps.
Alright, instead of 1, he's at 5. How's Milkman doing? Milkman's fine. Wadi holds the spear that he quite literally ripped off your back and tried to run with. Juno. Do you ever try to claim it?
Nope.
Okay.
Juno doesn't deserve it. She fucked up bigger than literally anybody in the world at this point has fucked up.
I don't know,
So,
Bala fucked
absolutely
up
not.
pretty bad.
Yeah, Bala didn't curse all of humanity.
True. You've made an immortal enemy for generations to come.
This whole family line is just fucked.
Yeah.
They're incapable of making a good decision.
Well. The night is interluded briefly by that strange, ominous red light far, far to the east, which, as you peek your heads over the caldera, you still cannot see the source of. It is awkward and awful and just honestly kind of frightening. Somewhere far, far away, a land, a place that you'll never get to see, is just creating something. And in the morning, you guys can start your descent towards this protected, or once protected, mountain range. You have no body to show proof of your deeds, but you do have a feather sticking out of your arm, Juno. A mark.
And we have a rock.
And a rock, yeah. That... The condensed carcass that you guys created. Of a bird that ran away. What do you do as the morning light hits you?
Kick Waddy.
Just push him off the mountain.
Just roll him down the hill.
No, we should head back to the tribe that sent us here in the fucking first place. Because we need to have some words with this fucking centaur deer man.
Oh, right. We
Okay.
did run into them.
And then we need to find Bala somehow.
Don't worry about that.
She'll find us.
You 2+2 start to head down the mountain range, and surprise, surprise, nothing has moved in immediately after the god protecting it has fled. You will travel probably quite slow. It'll take you 2 days to get to the very bottom. No big deal. But once you're in the forest, animals start to scurry away, just trying to either avoid you or sensing a disturbance. And eventually, the deer man will show up as you begin to head southbound, trying to find this tribe you once visited. He is a half stag, half human hybrid, mixed with, well, I guess he has rather long ears, too, for a human. He carries your talons, the cat's claw axe that you gave him still. You quite literally just gave it to him since none of you wanted it. He looks at you all, your weapons in hand, damaged slightly, bloodied, but alive. Oh, excuse me. Wadi holds the spear as a walking stick as you hold your hefty hammer. And he asks you, Juno, Is it done? Was the prophecy foretold?
The bird is dead. And
Kalu Kalay!
you should talk before you are also dead.
What?
Tell me about your uncle now. And she'll just like show off her fucking bird arm.
Oh! Yep, that's my uncle aunt, alright. No, wait, he does not have a feminine title. He is my uncle. I met him, like... Oh, we don't have years. We don't track by years still. I met him when I was but a wee... Oh, fuck, what's the baby version
Fawn.
of a deer?
Fawn.
Fawn?
A fawn? I was a fawn boy.
Before
I was
a young fawn boy.
a fawn boy, I swear. I was just tilling some hay over there. Deer Man looks pretty pensive when you threaten him with death. He's pretty certain you mean what you were saying. Anyway, could you be a little more specific with your questions?
I mean, he fucked us up. Who is he?
He's like my, dad mom's brother. He came in, said he wanted to create cool stuff. My dad mom was like, yeah, sure. And then, you know, gave him the rules.
What rules?
Not to directly harm people or things.
I mean, he did fucking brain Waddy with a pebble.
Well, you know, permanent injuries. And or death. Sometimes animals need to be punished. That's what he told me anyway, when he
Weird
beat
way
me.
to put that. When he beat you. Well, he was not happy that we killed the bird.
Oh,
Yeah. And now we're all fucked.
but you killed the bird! You saved a tribe of people!
Yeah, what was this bird doing to the tribe?
It was screaming at them?
We probably should have talked this through before we went and killed the bird. Why didn't you just move?
We are not nomadic hunters. We're sort of Well, I guess I could have moved. But then I would have had to abandon everybody.
What I'm
Well-
hearing is you're useless.
We just don't hunt.
You don't
We're
have to
actually
hunt.
quite normal.
And then I look at his legs, and then I look at him in the face. I'm like, Norm.
Well, what now?
We were gonna celebrate if you want. The prophecy was foretold.
Fine.
Kalukalades! Pepperies! Kinda sadly.
Not in the mood to argue.
Yeah. The deer man will lead you all the way back. And we'll kinda skip some time here. Where John is just gonna teleport you 71 miles south.
Oh shit.
We're gonna speedrun some of our rolls tonight, guys. If any night we do it, now's the night. No more padding around. You are now back in the cave systems. Where a lot of people are super happy, having heard the news days ago that the bird was dead. They hadn't seen it in a while. Most of their scouts and people on watch fear this great flying beast, and when it did not rear its ugly head that day, there were whispers. Could it have been? ... And the second day, should we send someone? Where is Deer Man? And then the third day, oh my god, it's happened. They've done it. And when you four arrive, not feeling like heroes, but treated as heroes, it is fantastic. People have broken out all of the bone and wooden instruments. Someone has a rawhide leather drum, and they're just heralding your arrival. Children are out and about in the grass, where they have been afraid just constantly of a bird swooping them up and eating them. It's great. Everyone is super happy. Stews, not really stews, but meats are brought out, dried and preserved. Lots of vegetables, roots, those earthly kind. And just all manner of proto-alcohol. This weird fungus drink. Tainting the dinner, but also giving you mild hallucinations, which is fun. You partake in the celebratory, festivities?
I'm gonna eat, drink.
Yeah, begrudgingly.
Nice.
Not
I drink
happy
a
about
lot.
it. Yeah, we're gonna drink away our sorrows.
Good. Turn to the bottle. Ha ha ha. Welcome to where humanity was given the greatest gift of all. Depression.
Alcohols.
We were all cursed with alcoholism.
Oh no. It's a self-fulfilling curse. Does anyone remember the tribes like Chieftain? Or did I only introduce Deer Man?
Let me check my notes.
Are they all centaur deer people?
No.
No, just him.
Just him. Just Deer Man.
Okay, let me check Patrick's notes.
Oof. Windows Updater. I'm going to fucking murder you. I hate you, Windows Updater. Go away. Patrick shared his notes.
Yeah.
He didn't share them with me.
They're in
Wow.
the Discord, they're in the group chat.
Oh.
All the way back from December.
That's fair.
Nope, doesn't say.
No name is coming to mind, but the chieftain is there, and he greets you all. Ah, you are the heroes foretold by the prophecy.
What fucking prophecy?
Yeah, I would like to know this prophecy.
You want
does
to
the
know the
prophecy say?
prophecy? Follow me, he says, lighting a torch.
I do.
All right.
Juno's very depressed about her fucking bird arm.
Fair.
I can cut it off if you want.
No, thank you. I'll manage.
It wouldn't change anything anyway. You head, or you follow the chieftain and, like, one of his mates, probably. Some weird shaman lady who's just like, oh, it's time for the prophecy. And also Billy, the guy who more or less tied a rock to a stick. The man slash child slash thing that heralded you as the heroes. And when you stop in the long series of tunnels deep under the earth, you will find one of those little scraggly guys, blended with shadow, just covered in dirt and hair, just drawing with a stick of charcoal on the cave wall. This two rather large, bug-eyed, dilated pupils, just thing, squawks at you. At the other guys who are escorting you. And the chieftain's like, Hush, Kana! And the little imp dude is just like, screeching out in panic and fear. It then hits the wall several times with its stick of charcoal before pointing at you two.
Do I need to kill it?
No! Billy shouts out. He is the herald! He hears the earth!
Okay.
Sorry, I'm changing the music.
Is he gonna tell us?
That's too happy.
It's too happy. Is he gonna tell us? Is he gonna tell us the prophecy? Like somebody just start talking?
Hang on,
That's
I'm...
weird.
The chieftain slaps you in the face. I'm changing the music, hang on.
A bunch of guys standing in a dark tunnel, listening to a midget go, rah! This is real fucking weird.
It's really weird. The little imp guy stops his drawing, slaps the chark, literally just yeets it at a wall, and starts enunciating with every step. Billy begins to act as your translator, and he says, The prophet! It is he who has showed us the prophecy. The earth speaks, and we listen. Follow him, and you will see everything.
Okay, righto.
You start to just follow this imp guy. The chieftain, his shaman, and Billy trailing after you in that order. Billy being closest to you. The chieftain with the only light source being the furthest away. This hairy, like, black-furred creature that is only goes up to, like, your knee is, like, making these large, like, motions, but as he begins to do this and, like, gets out of the range of the firelight, just barely on that periphery, his shadows start to, like, grow and twist into strange forms. You can't help but feel a little bit intimidated as you see, like, a serpent just suddenly pop out of the shadow, look like it's about to rear out and bite you. It's one of those instinctual human behaviors to jump away from serpentine motions, I suppose. Again, this happens. A large cat opens its jaws as if to pounce towards you, but you press on anyway. You're hunters. You fight things. One of you used to shoot lightning from your cock. You don't give a shit.
I'm really tempted to bludgeon the poor little imp man from behind, so then there's no more things jumping out at me.
It's true. But eventually, this tunnel opens up, and the torchlight in this guy's hands begins to wane and flicker out as you turn a corner. But there is a strange light source up ahead, where the shadowed creature begins to fade away into. hastening your pace, you come to a cavern filled with geodes and crystals that are illuminating some sort of light. It's very weak at the moment, but it's reflecting and refracting all along the walls where doodles can be found, drawings of strange creatures you've never seen, and many that you are familiar with. You see humans illustrated out, some in very great detail, others more or less stick people, holding spears, holding, in one case, a very similar weapon to which Juno is now holding. Some are a mixture of animal traits, like one has like the head of a jaguar and like a tail of a serpent. Another has some sort of weird claws with wings coming out, as if to give somebody a big hug with this murderous, almost cat-like snarl. There are many of these illustrations, true art, that your caveman eyes would never have been able to appreciate and might truly consider as magic. People trapped in walls of stone. Is there anything you two say to one another before I continue narrating?
I wasn't ever like this, right?
I mean, the god stuff was a little bit full on, but not this
But-
bad.
Okay. I guess this is what Waddy is like.
This is what Waddy is like.
Okay.
Just a shitter.
A little gremlin dancing in a cave, eh?
Well, this gremlin dancing in a cave eventually twists and turns and shakes into a taller creature and sits upon a geode that is glimmering and glowering with a strange dark energy. He has pale skin, black eyes, truly black, almost like a void. And he speaks as the other cavemen, entirely gone now, their presence or absence completely felt as you stare in front of the prophet. Hello.
Hello.
I did.
I am Nom.
Hey, Nom. I'm Walla Zap Zap.
I tried to steal your light rock that one time.
Oh, that was you?
It was, yes.
Why?
It was pretty.
Oh,
You'll
is this the
forgive
tall
me.
guy that's been hiding by
No.
trees and shit? Okay,
No.
thank fuck.
Do you
that was
is that what you say in
fucking
character?
Yeah. Is this the tall creepy guy?
Ah, you know him, do you?
Yeah, we've seen him. He's creepy. Who is he?
He will follow you for the rest of your days.
Well, that shouldn't be that
Why?
long.
To my knowledge, his name is Failure, and he likes those who share his name.
Oh, so we should just send Waddy one way and us the other way, and we should be fine.
No, I
This
think
taint
he's
marks
stalking
another
me,
one of
actually.
you.
Yeah. I am being stalked.
Just don't embrace him. For once you embrace failure, you will never escape it.
Yeah, right on. Deep.
What of the prophecy to kill the big bird?
Your coming was not natural here. There is a being, you may know it as the deer. Antlered
Oh,
fuck.
yes.
Big ass
Stagman.
butt. Not Stagman. but the stag. The way it expresses what it knows is often arcane. Oh, you don't know what that word is.
Oh, I was about to
Yeah, I was
Mysterious.
gonna
What that
say,
was, yeah.
what is arcane? Please explain.
No. He just puts on his Chad hat and refuses to elaborate. We knew you would come. We knew what you had.
Oh. She's got arm herpes.
I think he means the space rock.
The space rock, yes.
But I do have arm herpes as well.
You mean harpies? You're cursed! Oh.
But...
It's unfortunate.
yes,
You're lucky
it is.
they took my spark. I would so fucking electrocute you right now.
I'm sure you would. You might still with that big stick on your back.
No, it's not the same. It's not
It
the same.
isn't, is it? I apologize if you feel sad. But this may have needed to come to pass.
Well, can
Explain.
you fix this?
No, I cannot. The deer is an entity that I respect greatly. I am assured that one day it will be my end. But for now, things must happen in this world. And you are but a foundation to what it will eventually become.
We're cursed to be fucked forever.
Not forever. But for the rest of your life, assuredly. For the lives of those who come after you, many. But every thread finds its end eventually. Nothing lasts forever.
Do you know what this curse is? What it does?
No. One day, I hope to see how it manifests, and then how it will fade.
Luna has no
Bet you-
no patience for people that speak in riddles.
That's probably very in line with all humans of this era.
Yeah.
The concept of a future is what this creature is describing to a slightly more than an animal that is humans. The concepts that he can try to convey are somewhat meaningless. But should
Well,
one...
it would eventually make sense, but then you die because you took your whole life to figure it out.
True.
We must go back the way we came. We need to kill Bala.
I don't know this name, but the path should have opened, if it was ever even closed.
No, we never checked, did we?
I am sure Deer Man will help you in your travels, at least to get
Wonderful.
there, perhaps through it. He is bound by the deer just as much as anyone else.
But does he know the way?
He must know the way, brother.
Okay, he must have the Ebola. He know the way.
True.
Do you know of the man that speaks to birds?
Which one?
Not the one that we just got fucked up by, the other one.
No, we'll roll dice.
Do you know the address of the one that did fuck us up?
All right. Good ol'. I don't know what's with your group and when I roll dice, guys. We just like always hit high, no matter what we do. I have to rationalize. All right. Yes.
Yes.
Why?
We have met him once or twice. He seems very mysterious. You seem very mysterious.
Brothers? Cousins?
Uncle
Sisters,
Art.
uncles? Yeah.
Brothers in a different way. Underling
Um,
might be more
You're the
descriptive.
underling, or he's the underling?
You serve another?
I serve no one, no. There's no one here for me to serve yet.
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 Not born yet? Not dead
He
yet?
gestures. Shadows start to flare and flicker as he points towards Walla. Fuck, I already forgot your name. Walla Zap Zap.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You are not the only one who serves entities beyond our understanding. Mine is just a little more forthcoming with information.
Well, I don't serve any now. I can't hear them.
You can still serve. Whether you will feel the same connection as you used to is an unrelated problem.
Is there anything else you think we need to know before we leave? I doubt we'll be back this way ever.
I know not what you need. I know what you want and what you will seek out. I would offer advice if you would have it. But if you do not wish for it, I will not give it.
We will accept your advice.
Then pay heed. Those who seek monsters often become them. Sometimes to break out of... You don't know what a chain is. Sometimes to escape the binding, you must give in to it. Some coils are tighter when you struggle against them.
Can you show me how to do that with a rope?
Not I, but Billy can.
Oh, I done it, boys. We're getting rope technology. We're getting nuts. Yeah. No good to me. I'm sorry. I rolled low intelligence, high wisdom.
Yeah, I'm also low intelligence, high wisdom, but
It's
I
probably
know their way, but I do
characteristic
not
of humans
understand
of this era.
Hmm.
That is my advice to you.
So go home.
Are you not going already?
No, we're gonna go kill fucking Bala. That's the opposite way to home.
Do you know where she is?
nope.
That away.
Assuredly.
south.
West east, west, if you will.
Waste.
Then I wish
Very
you
well.
luck.
Thank you for the
Thank you.
advice.
Wherever your road ends, I hope you take solace in the path that others will follow. Also,
What does
fuck
that
birds.
mean?
Fuck birds.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
birds.
birds.
Oh, I hate them.
Fuck
100%.
birds.
Ground for life. Yeah. You guys can escape this geode hall, this room, this cavern, cave. Who knows? The paintings and shadows will flicker, and as you turn just a little away, you will watch the creature's form shift back into that of a little, I don't want to call him a hobbit, a nom,
Gremlin?
a gnome, if you will. This hairy little creature that's just fuzz from head all the way down to, like, waistline before it's just two pale stick legs. He screeches out at you as you walk away.
Fucking weirdo.
At the entrance, you will see torchlight, where the chieftain, the shaman, and Billy stand.
Billy, you're coming with me.
What? Ah! He starts running. Just away.
Get back here.
You pursue, but you both have 30 feet of movement. Entering a dark cavern with Twisty. Oh no. And that was where we saw the end of Wallace
Yes,
Abs.
he never came out of the cave again.
Lost in the tunnels. High on mushroom wine. The chieftain looks at you, asks if a prophecy was foretold. Or if
Not really.
a new one was
Yes.
made.
He's a bit cryptic. I don't know. No, wouldn't know what that word means at all, but
Hmm.
he doesn't speak straight. Hard to understand.
Yes.
Kind of annoying.
Yes, yes. Ha ha ha. But more you listen, the more you want to.
May we rest here for a while before we leave?
Assuredly, you are heroes. That word he taught us.
Do our
Oh.
spellcasters need a
Pretty.
long rest?
Yep.
Yep.
They need the longest rest of all.
Then that's what we'll do.
Okay. I don't think Waddy leveled up. We did
Oh,
do
are we
experience
meant
after the show, right?
Yeah,
He should
that's
be on
how I
about
leveled up.
4,000, same as me.
Yeah, he's 4,400. Okay.
Aren't we meant to tell these people to go for the mountain?
It's so far away though. That's on the other side of the world.
Well, they better get their foot falcons on, eh?
Fly! Chua!
Oh,
Fuck
you don't know
birds.
what that means.
No.
No, I know.
We have a car called the Ford Falcon, and if
Oh.
the meme is that they always break down, so you have to have your shoes so you can walk. Your foot falcons.
Wait, do people
It's
not
a
drive
very-
without shoes? Wait, what?
It's a very specifically Australian reference, and I never
Yeah,
drive
it's
with shoes on.
You never drive with shoes on?
Very rarely, unless I'm going to work and already have them on. Then yeah, I walk barefoot everywhere.
The hell? You're a hobbit in
have to
real
worry.
life. What?
Yeah, we don't have to worry about needles and glass everywhere, I guess.
I guess so.
Depends on where you go.
Okay, well, you can stay here as long as you want. They will host you and celebrate non-stop. Many festivities will just happen. Be around. You may benefit from a long rest if you have not done so already. People will level up during this time, especially Millman. Millman, what are you now?
I am a barbarian cleric who's disconnected from his clericness,
Nice.
so I'm just angry.
Very true. How long do you want to stay?
Just a long
Probably
rest
just
or a
the
week.
length of a long rest, yeah.
Well, that will
Oh,
quickly
yeah, man.
come as Waddy and Herbert the milkman contemplate whether they should stay or go. But I think Waddy is in it to win it. I wish Charlie was here. I don't know
Took me a
why.
second to realize who you were talking about when you said Herbert. Because that's not his name.
True. It's
Milk
the
pervert.
milk pervert, yes.
But isn't his actual first name that nobody asked Herbert?
True. So, John has a question for you. What's the plan?
We
Go
need
back
to
to where we
find-
came.
Yeah, and go
Find
find Bala.
Bala. Kill Bala. And
And
return
die.
to the Stormlands. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
if we're still alive, return to the Stormlands.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do some little fast traveling. The Deer Man is with you. He will get you across the river, through the ford, all the way to these trees where he will lead you through the deer paths. Once you went in blindly at night, that was your first mistake. And John is trying to find where... Here it is. Wow, you guys are several thousand miles away. I need to make a thing on GM so I can just see where exactly it is. Okay. Now I have a spot to aim for. Whew. Oh, nope, you're not over there. Come over here. I just teleported you into a random ass mountain range. Let's go over here. You will exit the deer path in good fashion and quite quickly. You spend an entire night walking. After about an hour with the Deer Man here present, you're just back. As if you never exited your initial location. It's somewhat jarring, having been moved to a different part of the world. It feels different. There's different kinds of vegetation growing, different animal hoots and hollers you hear in the canopy above you. And the Deer Man looks at you fondly and offers if you want your weapon back.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll
at this
take
point,
it.
we may as well, right?
There you go. Thank you for letting me borrow it.
Enjoy your bird-free life.
I shall. Enjoy whatever it is you plan to do.
I'm gonna kill a manticore person.
That sounds awesome.
It's pretty metal. It's fun.
Okay. I kind of want to open up more of this, not fast travel in the exact same way, but like, give me some vague directions here, and we can sort of speed through our non-existent calendar.
So I think before we got sidetracked down the deer path, I think we were heading like northeast.
You were trying to do what exactly?
Because we knew that we headed southwest to get to the thingy, and we always thought that Bala was northeast. So we need to go back up north and then head east.
Yeah. Because at this point, we've been to the big lake with the water shaman that was there. No?
Yeah, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think northeast. We're pretty much just trying to find traces of Manticore, right? Or traces of Bala.
Well, you remember seeing some of those Manticore children back with the Super Griffin. You remember that.
Yeah, we did ask him if he knew where they were coming from, and he didn't.
He was somewhat preoccupied being horny.
That's true.
Maybe now that time has passed, he's a little bit more amenable.
Alright, let's go back to the griffin.
Millman.
Yeah, I'm with him.
Okay. We fast forward a few days. You're actually quite
I'm not
close
going
to
near
him.
The nest. Yeah,
You
I'm
don't
not
want to
going
go in
near
the nest?
Fuck no, I'm not getting eaten by a griffin over fucking eggs.
What about
Serious.
4 griffins?
What?
Yeah, there's 3 more griffins. They're all kind of nesting in this one area now. With the super griffin, I guess we'll kind of handwave Milkman speaking with animals. Suddenly the griffin can speak, cast the spell Speak with Man. Or maybe you're just getting more used to the strange naturalist expressions and, body language of this great beast. For those of you who don't remember, this massive creature has, I think I described it with like a 120-foot wingspan, like size huge, platinum feathered and maned griffin. A half eagle, half lion hybrid. Quite similar to a manticore in looks, save for the lack of a human trace element. The voice cries out, "Ha ha ha! My little ape friends, I greet you, manlings!"
It's your boy, Walla Zap Zap, back in your hood. What's going on, homie?
Walla Zap Zap, I remember you. You were the coward who hid behind rocks.
Did I?
Yeah, because you weren't here.
I was here for the first time when we met.
Oh, were you? Maybe it was.
Yeah, I think you were.
Yeah, because I threw lightning at the little fuckers.
Oh, that's true.
I remember you. Where's your lightning now? I don't see a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Not a day went by that you were around where lightning wasn't. Trailing behind.
Yeah, I got a little bit cursed by a bird cunt. Don't wanna talk about it.
How
Fuck birds.
unfortunate. Hey, man.
You're not a bird.
You're not a bird, it's fine.
I am a half-bird. I am a creature of the sky.
Then fuck full birds.
Fair. And bats. Those motherfuckers need to make up their mind whether they want to be a bird or a mammal.
This
Says
coming
the
from-
griffin, the half-lion, half-eagle.
Exactly. You appear to have gotten your mountain back.
Indeed. And 3
some-
mates to boot. Ha 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 ha.
We're looking for the source of the manticore children.
Ah, Bala, yes.
Yes, we're looking for Bala.
She's puking them out nowadays, I hear.
Gross.
All the way back where she originally was, I think.
Do you
The
know where-
source of her power.
Can you point us in that direction?
He points you northwest. Back to Juno's home.
Oh, home. Right. Got it.
Home.
I guess she just moved in home. We booked it, and she just moved back in.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to take us there.
Take you there?
You can travel a lot quicker than we can.
I thought you hated birds. Do you even trust me to get within my jagged claw?
I
If
mean,
you wanted to kill us, you would have.
Yes,
You could do it quite easily.
but maybe I'll get hungry and eat that one as a snack, he says, intimidating Wadi, who is undoubtedly intimidated.
That is
Oh,
a
yeah.
sacrifice we're willing to make.
Ha ha ha! Understood!
he
Then
just
yes!
eats what he takes us.
we give him what he is payment.
He will have it. But he'd also take Longtooth if you're willing to give it.
Would he take the cat's claw?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can have the cat's claw.
He takes the cat's claw as payment and eats it.
I'm glad we asked for it back.
He bites into the nail. It breaks under his strong, sturdy beak. Goes, tasty, just like Panther. Ah,
Yeah, righto. Right.
alrighty, who wants to ride in my beautiful claws?
I thought we could just stand on them and you can just hold them out.
You surf.
I'd rather not, that'd look lame.
Okay.
Alrighty, 2 per person, and he just grabs you both. With Milk Pervert in one hand, who's been through this song and dance before, and then Waddy, who screams and yelps, ah! With a great buffet of wings, and with enough G-forces to knock most of you unconscious immediately, the creature flies into the sky, screeching out a hoot and holler that he will be back by dinner. At least to his mates? Question mark. It's not like
Yeah, he's
animals
gonna let
have
us-
wives.
I'll let the girls know. He'll be back for dinner. Don't worry about it. He might even bring dinner. You never know.
True. How close do you want him to drop you off?
Base of the hill would be nice.
You
Just on the
just,
footpath, mate.
you just want me to yeet you straight into her den?
No, no.
No.
I could catapult you like a comet, hurling through the sky. Ha 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 ha!
Like 2 hexes away.
All right. North, south, east, or west?
Is it going to be full of manticores, though, if we try and approach 2 hexes on foot?
It's gonna be full of manticores.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Just one X.
Yeah,
Just
one hex away, any direction is fine.
Okay. If I remember correctly, it is this tile right here.
How long do griffins live for?
You don't know.
I'm asking for a friend. Because I want to say name one of your children after me, but, like, I don't actually know how long they live for.
We don't have names. That's a human invention.
Maybe you should.
Okay. And then he throws you into a rock.
Yay!
You hit the ground, start to roll, Waddy in your arms. You hug briefly before separating
Just drop in.
and stand on a mountain range. Oh, here comes the manticores. I've got to go. Good luck.
Spiders.
And you just watch a flock of just small creatures in the distance begin to ascend as the powerful winged griffin ascends and begins to do battle and or bring dinner home. That flight took him about 6-ish hours. So it's getting on in the day. The sun is out, beating down on you on these barren hilltops. The life, the grass that Walla Zap Zap has never seen, gone entirely, stripped clean almost. Seems like life and vegetation is abandoning this place, consumed by predators.
And you guys lived here?
It was much nicer than this before.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well,
We should make our approach.
Well, yeah, I'm not waiting for them to catch up. I grab Wallet, what's his name, Waddy, by the leg and just drag him along. He's probably still on the ground crying.
true. He is. That is exactly what's happening. Okay. You head southbound, straight towards Bala. Juno, what's going on in your mind as, like, you watch just hundreds of these small little things kind of checkered, with these bigger lion-esque bat-winged entities chase after the griffin?
I mean, probably a lot of... I don't know if guilt is the right word. But her family has done nothing but fuck up this world, right? First Bala with this shit. And she is now realizing that she's probably not much better, right? So she knows what needs to be done, but she is unsure about what her plans are afterwards.
What needs to be done?
Violet needs to. Well, she went into this thinking Violet needs to die, right? But after the cryptic advice we got from Nom, now she's not sure.
Well, Zap Zap, you know the way.
I know their way.
You're the straightest shot in the West here.
Hold my beer while I club this bitch.
A true hero. A modern day Hercules right here. Well, as you descend the mountain, heading towards where it all began, the den of a long dead manticore that Bala consumed at one point. We're going to take our first break here.
Okay.
And when we come back, we will have quote-unquote combat and see where this takes us.
Shotgun dying last.
Gentlemen, see you here in a bit. Ooh.
Woo!
Hello.
Welcome back to the Unga Bunga Boys.
Welcome back, indeed. Why are there dogs suddenly? There are
I
no
don't know,
dogs
mate. I
here.
just-
All the dogs have been killed and eaten. Dogs aren't even a thing yet. Is this the one?
I'll be 2 seconds.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's like, are you guys ready to go in? Yeah, come on, take us in. It's just like, I'm so sorry. How are you, Alex?
I am very sad.
You're sad? Why are you sad?
Yeah, because things are coming to an end.
True.
I just
Well,
put my vape back together as we went live, right? And then I tilted it upwards and it just leaked.
oh
So I'm
no.
Fuck.
Now
Yeah,
you've-
anywho, continue playing. I smell amazing, though.
You begin to head south, crossing Walbala, a very regular ravine. The old Manticore Cave, as it was known, was kind of like a religious site in a way of like, here's where our ancestors did battle with a great evil that almost extincted us. And this is where Bala, the one who saved your people, now holds dominion.
Bitch, you know what this cave is like? Get out of there!
That's your old character he's talking about, Alex. Are you gonna stand up for that shit?
No. Although Bala is probably my favorite character I've played in a while.
Wow.
She was pretty sick.
She was pretty sick.
I do miss Zebra Wavy Brain.
Well, as you descend, you will see a harpy-like entity with a prong tail that you know can throw/eject it with a whip-like motion towards you, skulking above on the top of this mountain range. He's out of range for you, you're out of range for him, or it. I guess they don't really have genders, as it cacaws at you to gain your attention. Who dares enter the land of the Sheep Queen? Baal.
Yo, mama.
No! She's already in there!
This land is our home. And
You're right, it is our home. Ha 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 ha! Join
not
us!
your home. Absolutely not.
Coward.
I mean, we are coming for dinner, but like,
In a different
We're not-
way.
Eat or be eaten, as they say.
oh no, I'm not eating that bitch. We knew what happened last time. That's how she turned out this way.
Whether it is by your hand or by your teeth, you will consume life. It is the way of this world.
Is there a way to an approach where he can't just tail whip me with spikes?
He's not in range. He's just yelling at you from the top of a mountain.
Oh, well then, I'm just gonna keep walking then. Fuck it, we're going into the cave. Fuck this guy.
Okay.
I don't wanna talk to him.
You head down a familiar location, or at least to Bala. There is a river that sort of runs through this mountain range. Well, you don't know where exactly the water comes from. It's either underground or there is some, like, far outside of you, there must be some sort of, like, permafrost that is constantly melting in the summer heat. But either way, this river has never run dry. It's always been a source of fresh water. And as you begin to follow it, you notice that, oh, that's like where all of our village's shit went into, isn't it? Tents, teepees, wigwams, rudimentary houses, made of brick, like sun-dried, just wet stone, really, has been tossed in to create this sort of gross dam that isn't effective at, like, stopping water, but is just polluting the water. It's kind of gross. You will have to cross this at some point to get to the side where the shrine / manticore lair is. But you know a crossing. You used to cross it all the time. You used to be a chieftain of a tribe. Yeah.
Well, lead the way. I have never been here before.
You do so, Juno. It's easy enough. And more of these, like, harpy creatures will caw and make their presence known. So happy that you're here. Many are probably still chasing the griffin, who's just, like, swatting them out of the sky. Not giving a single shit with his, like, 4d10 plus strength damage weapons, known as his talons. But still, they're trying to ward him off away from Bala, their queen, their mother. It's quite a thing.
They know their way. That is their queen.
You soon come to the crossing that you have to trudge through. You used to have to swim across, and it would be quite a strong swim you'd have to do. But now it's just like a gentle push of, like, rotted, just gross water. There's a dead fish that just sort of spins in a perpetual whirlpool. Just a freak of nature. Just an act. You see the slope. And eventually, the cave entrance. It's dark. It's not lit. 4 of these harpy-like entities. They don't guard it, but they're on top of it. Now they are actually in range of you, but none of them have made motion to stop you yet. Almost as if you're being invited in. This is not an assault to them.
Joke's on them. Thunderclap. No, I'm kidding. It's good.
True. You cast a spell, but it fizzles, and you're like, fuck!
Just like, nothing.
A little shit comes out.
All the pushing at the front, and then
Yeah.
just flip out the back.
It's fine, you
Yeah,
guys don't even wear pants.
Yeah. We'll get
I know.
Waddy to pull out the light stone before we head into the cave.
The light stone is cast. Many of these predators, even though it's, the middle of the day, like, they look away. Not liking this sudden new source of light, even though it's just collecting sunlight anyway. You enter the cave, where there is indeed a manticore waiting for you, but your eyes, Juno, instinctively turn towards the one at its side. A large woman, quite large indeed, standing nearly 8.5 feet tall, with arms that, one of a bear, the other of a lion, just from shoulders down. Her torso is made of muscle. She has 2 wings sprouted from the back somewhere on her shoulders, maybe. She scratches the thick, hefty, and somewhat spindly spine-encrusted mane of this manticore at her side. Her face is twisted, rather large. Her mouth is just increased, maybe like 30 to 40% larger than a normal mouth. Her nostrils are that of a, lion's, like, slit almost. More so than like a hairy nose. Long hair. Maned in a way. Just with how long and bushy it is. There are articles of clothing around her, like stripped raw leather, so untanned. Just sort of dried out, but used to just... It is likely just skin of an animal she ripped off of a still living thing and is now wearing. It is very savage.
Totally metal.
Bala stares at her descendant.
I'll give you a minute.
Juno stares back. You must stop this.
Me, Ma.
Granny?
I guess she is like your great-grandmother or so.
Yeah.
God, that must just be a weird situation in general, of like meeting your great-grandmother when the average person lives to like 50 if they survive adolescence. And that is not living a life where predators are hunting you down, by the way. That's just age. Fuck. So you meet great-grandma, who is over 100 years old, easily. And you tell her to stop. She grabs the head and mane of the manticore and throws it slightly, getting its head to jerk down, and in almost dejection trounce out of one of the 3 side entrances, brushing past you all, I suppose, getting within like 20 feet. He looks at you as Bala says, "Rush, go and get dinner." Bala then turns her head to face her great-granddaughter. There is no stopping this. This is the way of the world. You should know. Along with you, and she points to Wadi, who's just holding the spear. He's like, oh shit.
He's trembling in his boots.
One way or another, this stops today.
No. It will never stop.
Go on, say it. We own the night.
You sat there singing in the back of this
about
cave.
that light.
You should have gone into Bard, bro. You would have been able to cast spells again.
True.
You got
Oh,
stuff in the
shit.
Miley Cyrus. Hell yeah.
Is there anything you guys want to describe as you have made your statements known? You say this will stop, Juno. But will Bala's death change anything? Your home will still be overtaken by manticores. The people are all gathered in the south.
It is one less child of perdition in the world. Which is their goal, right?
Will it be?
This is literally our stain on the world. If we kill her, then it's not our fault anymore. We kind of got rid of our fault in this side.
It is our mess to clean up.
Yeah.
Okay.
After they've finished talking, and I can see that Juno's getting ready, I guess I'll get the club ready. The stun
Ooh,
stick.
Wadi's here.
Ding.
Wadi's
Wadi's here.
here for our final fight.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Alright,
Take
fuck.
a 5-second break.
I need to set up a new camera, yeah. We'll be right back, everyone.
Get hype.
Mics can still be live, fuck it. Wadi, you beautiful man.
Hello.
You're just in time.
You're
sweet boy.
just in time, Wadi.
I am not in my normal home, so you get the other background.
You're
That's
fine.
a sick backer.
I haven't even set up your camera, so... I actually changed cameras this entire time. Our mics are hot, by the way. So don't dox yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine.
I made it.
You did, welcome. Now I need to find out where exactly in my void I put your camera. Because Because I had to move it to resize it all. Okay. There's Millman.
There you
Okay, I found it. Don't worry. I found it. Everyone calm down. Are you calm?
I'm super calm.
Can you guys fill in Mr. Underground about what has transpired in his absence? Oh, you shaved!
Yes.
You're beautiful! Oh my god.
I had to update the resume with a cleaner picture. Or a newer one, I mean.
Nice.
But yeah.
Here's what you missed. Ah, you want to go?
I'll tell the first part.
Yeah.
So we mowed for a little bit. We kicked Waddy down the hill. We went and hung out with the deer man and the tribe. We got to meet one of the children of perdition of Earth. He gave us a prophecy. We long rested, and then we went back through the portal we came through. Your turn, June.
We went back to the Griffin on the mountain, who, in exchange for the cat claw, agreed to just take us to Bala. And that's kind of where we are now. We just walked into a cave, and now we're just kind of shit-talking each other.
Are my spell slots supposed to be full then?
Yes,
Yes,
you are.
you are.
I didn't know if you were coming, so I just didn't bother. I would have just started casting spells.
I'm here now.
Welcome. So, before we begin our combat encounter, I kind of want to do a quick summary of our adventures so far. Our timeline even so far. We started out as a tribe of shitters, hanging around the one individually strong person to hunt animals to survive. Your goal was to take over a cave. The biggest challenge was a cave bear. Pretty easy stuff considering where you all are now. Traveling through antler-statued waypaths across the continent, making deals with fish to reject a hydra from a lake, literally being carried in the talons of a giant griffin to swat down these strange children of perdition, a force upon the world that you don't truly understand. Great beasts have been slain, and it has made better beasts of mankind. You heard a name just recently, which none of your characters would recognize, but to the ghost of Calc, it would have definitely sent some alarm bells, as the name Rush, once a chieftain of his father, was just called out as a manticore, having transformed to this strange force of nature that is invading mankind. Your job, initially during this arc, was to build civilization. You were sent out a quest to hunt children of perdition, but what was the goal of that? It was to give your people safety and sanctuary. An endless quest, potentially. And here you stand in front of Bala, who stands alone, not truly caring whether you kill her or not. She is an animal. She does not live in the future or think of it. She cares not for the past. She hunts when she is hungry, kills when she is bored, wastes when she wants to, pollutes a river just for fun. If you win, what do you get from this?
Nice riverback.
Maybe.
Story closed. Closure. That's the one I'm looking for. Closure.
Closure. In death.
Nothing. There is always going to be another child of perdition that needs hunting, right?
Get those big juicy XPs, though.
One less source of fear for the tribe. Even though there might be many, just knowing that it becomes less in a day makes things easier.
Are you all dedicated to this course you're on?
Or the raging storm, buddy. Hit the club on the ground and it sparks.
Sparks. It flickers. What about you, Waddy? Are you willing to die for this? You hold the Longtooth in your hands now. The symbol of the chieftain. Not Juno. You.
Wadi has always done his best to keep up the traditions of his tribe, even when it's getting subsumed by the Valley of the Storm lands. And he will do so until the very end. And as a part of those traditions, it is to be the spear against such threats.
Juno. The ghostly arms begin to apparate on their own, reminding you of the endless cold that will one day take you. Your ancestors are here, quite literally in flesh and blood, standing before you. But the mother is with you now. Is this where your story ends? Is this the culmination of the path you have walked?
Juno was always prepared to die here. She didn't think that she would leave this cave. All she's ever wanted and every action she's ever taken was, in her eyes anyway, whether it was true or not, was for the betterment of her tribe. And this is just another step on that path. Possibly the last step on that path.
You raise your ironed maul, an orb that cometed from the sky to knock out, quite literally kill a player in our game. It is attached to this elm wood that was hand-carved by a prophetic child, or his strange master, Nom, which Patty also missed out on. The little furry guy came back, Patrick, to reveal himself as a prophet.
The one that tried to steal our light orb.
He apologized.
Of course.
He apologized. It was okay in the end, okay? You raise it up. And as you begin to step forward, the tendrils, these arms around your shoulder, embracing you as you accept this fate. The rest of you normally would roll for initiative. But I don't think narratively it matters who wins this battle. Even if Bala, with her 3 attacks per round and legendary resistances, 2 of them, manages to defeat you. I think she has like +9 to damage too, so quite a bit. So it wouldn't be an easy fight, but it is winnable, especially with 2 healers, and mechanically, it's possible. But narratively, kind of a waste of time. As our camera pans away from this beautiful cave, as John does his last bit to rob his players of any sort of gratification.
Like we're not.
Are you kidding me? What are we flashbacking, Mr. Underground?
Something for Juno.
Juno, we flash back to your childhood. You, a grown woman, an adult, with this hammer in her hand, raising it to bring it down. Son of a bitch, Rumble Roar, type in the chat what you're doing. Alright, we're patting this game out, guys. I thought it was... Alex, what are we flashbacking?
Flashbacking to Waddy.
CK, what are we doing? Flashback harder.
More.
Alright.
One at a time.
One at a time. So we start with Juno. Stepping forward with her maul to bring it down upon Bala, who raises her claw to stab you in the neck. As the tendrils begin to release, we follow this cold arm back to a more distant memory of when Juno was a happy child running through this valley of stone, chasing after her mother, the previous chieftain, who tragically slipped. A foolish mistake, a natural one, hit her head on a rock and was swept away before your childlike eyes. That was the moment where your innocence died and this coldness filled your heart. And we flash back even further still to when Juno was just a baby, held in the eyes of a character we would never interact with. Her generation skipped, for there was no great threat or challenge or rise to occasion. Looking at the endless potential of her baby in her arms. And she cries. Then we flash to Waddy, dancing around, being a much more likable and sociable guy before death and paranoia filled his psyche and soul, where murder filled his heart that was excised, removed by not so surgical precision, but rather blunt force trauma to the head. Or bat wings? Who knows, really? I don't know what CK wants us to fucking flash back here, since he didn't type anything. So let's go ahead and jump straight to Walla Zap Zap. A substitute character when our ranger died, but also a cleric chosen by a lightning bolt. The storm itself. What does that childhood even look like? Just being in a weird pagan cult before paganism was even a word? The most destructive force that man knows, being worshipped like a god. Lightning is more destructive than creative, after all. Milk Pervert just wanted to see his goats, I'm told. Drink milk one last time before having to choose between man or fish.
It wouldn't taste much. It tastes like ash.
It tastes like ash to him.
It's a memory of him spiking the tribe's drink.
Just pouring gallons of milk into the water.
Your calcium, your bones will grow big. I guess that was a flash forward if he manages to survive this encounter. I think we'll end it there, though. Not knowing if Bala won, or if Juno caved her skull in with a space rock. If spells won over might. 4 flashbacks equals 1 flash forward. I think that's a good rate. Thank you all for joining us on this strange road that we all walk down. Goodbye.
It was
Goodbye.
fun.